We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. 180! No. Here we go. Mike spot 9. Flag! He's checking.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Brought down at the
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
That's going to be a long day.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
59 mark. Check, 59. Record. 49, check 49. Switch it. Come here, switch it.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A.
Albrecht Rosas lining up.
Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
At the 20.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And some room to work. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 76 yards. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play as an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Brandon, I know it's hard to believe sometimes that a guy who was rated in the top 5 running backs in the draft could be a little bit underrated, but I thought that about Cam Akers. One of my favorite runners in this draft. We just saw that ability right there. Great vision, terrific speed, has the power to run through tackles and make big plays. Remember, he was a #1 high school kid coming out. Now he's exhibiting that talent in the NFL.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Second and 11. Here's Goff. His throw incomplete. Intended target was Cam Akers. 3rd down here.
Incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, hey, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Brought down by John.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. 59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Don't let him breathe.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
And Deebo Samuel's another one of those young receivers that not only looks like a running back, but plays like one after the catch. And he had one of the best seasons among 2019's rookie receivers. Just over 800 yards receiving, but by the time the playoffs hit, he'd become WR1 for the 49ers. And now with the departure of Emmanuel Sanders, that should give him even more looks. Look for him to catch the ball downfield and also take it out of the backfield.
Check 43. 12, fellas, here we go. Mike is 59.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. That's into the hands of Dwelly. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
1st and 10.
A good pickup there, a 22. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
He's scared. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go. Switch. 65.
Back to the running game with Mostert. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Terrell Burgess on the tackle.
He's brought down by Terrell Burgess. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Check 59. 21. 59. I got you. Mike.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
On the tackle.
A tackle that time by Akella Witherspoon.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Gone. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Gone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now Benjamin. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Slam! 21.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
The ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner 1st down.
2-yard line.
George Kittle is easily one of the elite tight ends in the NFL. Back-to-back seasons of 88 and 85 catches. We just saw another one right there. Anytime he lines up on the field, you better treat him as a primary receiver and make sure you have a 2nd guy in the vicinity to try and cover him.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Rams' 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. And a short gain here down to the 22. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Niners 7, Rams 6.
The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Goff. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down.
And
up into the last 5 weeks of the 2019 season, if you had said, who is Tyler Higbee, you might have got some blank stares back, but down the stretch, only Julio Jones and Michael Thomas had more targets in the final month of the 2019 season. A breakout year for Tyler Higbee. He expects to continue those types of numbers and beyond going forward.
But it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Taken down at the 40.
A tough run there for Cam Akers, a rookie out of Florida State. And while he has some experience in that while in college, remember the Rams' offensive line was inconsistent last year too. They're trying to get better. But while he was in college, oftentimes he would hesitate maybe a little bit too long behind the line of scrimmage, looking for the big run. Here in the NFL, put your foot in the ground, get your shoulders down, and get what you can.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
42-yard line.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here we go.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
59. So we got man. Watch the safety screen. 21. Here we go. Hey, gun.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a man back with a serious knee injury. It's Lamar Miller. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
4th down.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Kinlaw in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. 3rd down. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Back to throw, Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Returning, it's Benjamin. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And oh, he coughed it up. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys will take over at 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
59 mark, check, 59.
Running the counter with Mostert. And he's got this down to the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was second in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6.
Niners 17, Rams 6. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Play on the return. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's go, let's go. Let's get there. Minus 54.
Now Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
The Rams on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. To the air again. Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run on first down with Akers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Akers, the ball carrier.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
34-yard line.
On 2nd and a couple. Goff. And this one is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
2 yards to go.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Goff. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
17.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete, an excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down.
John Johnson on the coverage.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen. It is he throws and the ball is out. It's a live football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
28-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the handoff, it's Akers. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Goff on 3rd down. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Well,
that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, Akers. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Greenlaw on the tackle.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Goff now looking to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
24-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Goff throwing again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now they hand off to Coleman. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Silver. Mike, check. 59. Keep it up, defense. Keep it. White. Switch. 21. Here we go.
From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Here we go. Like 20. 59 mark. Check. 59. Take me up. Here we go.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 50, it's gone. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
First down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On the give, this is Akers. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Cam Akers, the ball
Give
carrier.
credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is gone. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Good. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here we go, here we go. 59, Mike to 59. Come on. You better bring it. Mike, check, 59.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo gets this one to Juszczyk. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
On first down, Garoppolo. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Garoppolo leads from McKinnon on the draw. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. 21. Get ready. Check 31.
They run once more with McKinnon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards there and a Niner first. So they opted to run the ball there on 3rd down on their side of the field.
I wonder if that was a called play, or did he check into it? And if he did, that took a lot of guts, because on his own side of the field, an obvious passing down, decides to run the football, and they pick up the 1st down. Give that man a ton of credit.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. To at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Micah Kaiser.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 28. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. From the gun, a run with Mostert. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
You. Mike 5'9", Here we go.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Niners 31, Rams 6.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
The LA ball carrier.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
3rd down.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Akers again. The ball.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the air now with Goff. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. On the ground, it's Akers. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Goff. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken down at the 22.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Here we go. I got it. Mike's 57's right. 6 man.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here we go. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. 57. Mike, 57. Bound to lose one.
Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Leonard Floyd brought him down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Their own 26-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. He starts with a give to Akers. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Going right back to Akers. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll go again here with Akers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
They'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
65, 65.
On the handoff, it's Akers. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
13 yards.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach,
1st down.
He's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big pickup there on the run. 30 yards.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.